So first of all, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be showing you how to register for my Open Math. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead to the URL and type in www.myopenmath.com. This will lead you to the site where you're going to register. Over on the right side, you're going to click on Register as a New Student. Here's where you're going to have to fill in some information. The first one is your username. Please pick a username you will remember and make sure it's going to be unique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first initial of my first name. I'm going to include my last name and my favorite number. And then you have to include a password. Please write a password that you can remember. And in fact, it may be a good idea for you to write it down somewhere for safekeeping. Now you'll include your first and your last name along with your email address. Every student has a student email address for USAC. So what does it look like? Well, first it's the first initial of your first name, then it's your last name with a hyphen and the year you're graduating. So in this case, most of you will be 16 at sylvan.k12.ca.us. Go ahead and click the box to agree with the terms. And for course ID, you're going to type in 10897 and your enrollment key is 1234. Now all you have to do is click sign up. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and return to the login page and input your information. So I'm going to put my username, then I'll put my password, and then I can log in. Now here, you're going to go ahead and click on Math 8, and here are your assignments. So our first one is an extra credit assignment. I will go ahead and click on the link, and it's going to lead me to the problems here. In this yellow area is generally where I will give you some information. Please disregard the points possible because that's going to be altered based on what I give you for your grade in the grade book. But just to give you an idea how to navigate this page, all the problems are on the left side. You're allowed to skip around, so if you feel like you want to try something more challenging or find a problem that's more easier for you, go ahead and feel free to click around to see the types of problem that you're given. So I'm going to go ahead and click on an easy problem, which is generally number 1. So it says here, solve for x. If there is more than one answer, separate the answers with a comma. So looking at this, in order to solve for x, I would take the square root of both sides, and I think the answer is 14. But because it's the square root of both sides, I know it's going to be a positive 14 as well as a negative 14. So how would I write that? Well, according to the instructions, it does say to separate the answers with a comma. So I'm going to go ahead and put comma negative 14 and submit. So notice I got both of them right. Now let me show you something else. What if I get a problem that looks like this? By subtracting 23 from both sides, it's going to be x squared equals 16. So I think the answer is x equals 4. Now watch what happens. We both know that it's not just going to be 4, it's also going to be negative 4. But let's see what happens if I submit an answer that's incomplete. You're going to notice I only got half credit. So please make sure you read the instructions very carefully and you answer the questions appropriately based on what you know from class. Now, another thing I want you to notice is there are problems that are going to include a video here with the purple button. If you try out a problem and you notice you're getting the answers wrong, what you can do is click on this button and that will open a link to a video for a lesson that you received in class to kind of help and guide you to do the problems so that you can be more successful when you try out the problem. So first of all, let me show you what would happen if I got an answer wrong. So maybe I think it's 54 pi. And I submit my answer, and it shows that I got it wrong. Okay, so what could I do? Well, I can try to input another answer. However, it won't let me submit another answer. So what could I do? If you click on this blue link that says try another similar question, I get another attempt at trying a different problem. So even though I got it wrong the first time, so one more time, it's going to leave a red X mark. But again, in order to give myself another opportunity to get it right, I can try another similar question, which is going to reset it back to this blue triangle image where it's going to allow me to get another chance to get the question right. So you are responsible for trying all the problems. Some are a lot easier than others. I highly suggest you use your notes because unfortunately this video option isn't for all the problems. But go ahead and give this a shot. See how you do. You do have up until midnight Sunday morning, so there is a deadline. But if you have any questions, feel free to email me. What you could do is go to my website, which is www.missing.wix.com/math. Here, if you want to submit a question, simply scroll down to where it says contact, enter in your name, your email address, that way I can contact you, a subject line and your message, then simply click send, then I will receive your message. So if there's any questions regarding the extra credit or registering for my Open Math Lab, feel free to contact me. And thank you for watching.